Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a tutorial on how I create this Louis Vuitton inspired eyeshadow. So if you guys want to see how I create this look, just keep on watching. Have a lot of patience for those who do plan on recreating this look because this look is very intricate and very detailed. It's very difficult for me even. So if you have it in you, if you want to try it, I encourage you to do so. It was a really fun look to create, and I got a lot of requests to do this eyeshadow. So if you guys want to see how I create this look, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so to begin, I'm going to be going in with the famous James Charles X Morphe Brushes Artistry palette, and I'm going to be going in with this very beautiful vibrant red shade right here. So I'm basically just packing on that red all over my lids. What I like to do, just so that I have more space when I'm drawing on the Louis Vuitton logo, what I like to do is kind of wing out that eyeshadow and bring it like outwards, just so that, you know, I just have like that extra space. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of like bring it outwards. So after I'm done with the lids, I'm going to go ahead and apply some red shadow on my under eye. And what you want to do is kind of just connect it to the top eyeshadow. That's basically it for the eyeshadow. It's super basic. I feel like anybody can do this part. It's the next part that's really like the most complex. What you would really have to do is first sketch out a few Louis V logos like on paper, and just, you're already accustomed to drawing the L and V, LV, and the little other stuff that go with it. What I use to draw the LV logos on my lids is this Tarte concealer. And I find this to be such a good tool to use, specifically this Tarte concealer, because once this dries, there's no moving. You can literally just be normal and the Louis logo won't get messed up. So I think that's pretty cool. That's why I love to use a Tarte concealer, because it sets so beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some in the back of my hand, just like that. This is really important step, guys. What I like to use is this is a microscopic freaking paintbrush. It looks like it has like 3 pieces of hair on it. Like, it's of how thin it is. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I mean, barely. But that's good. You want to like not be able to see it. It creates like just beautiful, very thin lines, and that's what we want. I'm just gonna go ahead and dip it into the concealer. And you want to use a concealer that is your skin shade, just so that it just looks like if it was like a stencil almost, if that makes sense. I'm gonna begin with the first LV logo. I'm gonna draw it literally like lining from this outside part of my eye. I want it to be like right here, just so that I have space for another logo on the very tip of that eyeshadow. And there's gonna be another logo right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you that now. So something that I wanna like a little tip to give, this is extremely intricate and this is very hard. I have like a headache just trying to like focus on making this perfect. But if you mess up and the concealer kind of goes off and is like wobbly, here's a tip of what I do to kind of make the lines look a lot more cleaner. So what I did was I went back in with the red eyeshadow. I used a little bit of that eyeshadow and just really just swiped it right on the outsides of the concealer. So for this next part, what really helps me to create this next logo is I think of a square. So kind of in my mind, I'm kind of starting off with the shape of a square, and then I'm going to show you guys how I kind of advance from there. Okay, so as you can see, it's kind of like a square, and what you want to do with the square is you want to kind of bring the sides of the square, not the tips, just like the sides. You kind of want to bring it inwards so it could look like there's like a little cross in the center of the square. So as you can see, Bringing in the sides of the square made it look like there's already a cross. So that's super easy way to kind of create that second logo, so you're not kind of just like stuck as to how to create it. And then from there, you want to go ahead and just kind of clean it up a little bit and kind of just make it a little bit more, add a little bit more concealer just to make it stand out a little bit more. So this is pretty much the shape that I want, but now I kind of went too much in with the concealer in the middle, so I'm going to go back in with some eyeshadow, and I'm going to kind of just apply that in the center just to kind of make the cross look a little bit more bigger. I guess it's not really a cross, it's just, I think it's supposed to be like a flower. That's just how my mind just like looks at it in order for it to kind of make it a little more simpler. Now the other logos are a lot easier. They're basically just like little crosses, I guess you could say. It's a flower. I'm pretty sure it's a flower. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I keep saying cross because also all I could think of like an X or a cross. What you want to do is just make sure you do them in between. So it's like one in between this right here and then one in between each logo. So you just want to make sure that you put them in the proper place, or if not, it'll just look like it's like everywhere and doesn't look neat and well done. Now after you're done doing that little cross-like thingy, I'm gonna go back into the eyeshadow again, and I'm gonna just apply it right in the center of that little cross. So that's pretty much it for that one. I'm gonna go ahead now and do another one of those really quickly. Alright, wait. Quick tip before I continue. So for this part of the eye, you want to be very careful that you make sure you keep your eyelid open like this until the concealer dries, because the second I look up and like fold my eyelids, that concealer is going to touch the top and it's going to completely just ruin the whole eye look. The thinner the layer of concealer, the quicker it dries. The Tarte concealer is really tacky and it dries really quickly, so that's why I really love this concealer. So this is the perfect example of what it will do if you open your eyes. So as you can see, I opened my eyes and it completely touched the top. See the little dot there? But honestly, I'm not really gonna stress it. It's not really that serious. I'm just gonna wait till I'm done at the end to fix it. So now for this next step, I'm gonna go ahead and create this square pattern again, and I'm gonna just create that again after the LV logo, and it's gonna be like right here, the placement, because the pattern goes this logo and the LV, then that same logo square, and then the LV again, and then the whole bottom row of those logos is just these little cross thingies. Now that I'm done with this eyeshadow, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup off camera.